All right, ladies and gentlemen, King JB is definitely back in the building right now. I'm doing my first review video in quite some time, and I've been offline for a while. I want to start off. I want to give a big shout out, big thanks to everybody that's continued to support the MMA Kingdom and King JB. I even want to thank the haters. You know who you are out there that just continues to ride my dick, keeping my name in your mouth. I appreciate it for real. Now, as we move forward, UFC 140 to me was a disappointing event. I know a lot of you guys really liked it. I just personally think it was disappointing. I didn't really get that much out of it. But maybe that's because everybody I picked lost. I had a bad pick night. I just had a bad pick night. I'm glad I didn't bet any serious money. I think I had pick rust from not being on for so long. Anyway, man, let's go ahead and get to the undercard. The undercard, wasn't too bad. We had a lightweight fight with John Cholish and Mitch Clark. Mitch Clark suffered his first loss. John Cholish got the TKO victory. He was a beast on the bottom, got busted him open, and ended up taking advantage. But I will say this: I do think Mitch Clark actually won the first round, and he looked the best in the fight. Shit just happens though. Big ups to John Cholish and Mitch Clark. Huge win for Cholish though. As we move forward. We got the welterweight fight. Jake Heck and Rich Antonito. We had a TKO, minute 10 in the second round. Uh, Heck moves to 11-2. Rich Antonito moves to 10-5. Definitely a good fight in a lot of people's eyes. I gave Rich round one. Things were a little bit different in round two as Heck turned it around. He banged out a pretty solid TKO win. Next up, we had a lightweight fight between Mark Bocek at 10 and I think he was 9-4 going in. He's 10-4 now, as he got the win over Nick Lentz, who falls to 23-4. He got the decision victory. Me personally, I did have Bocek winning the fight 30-27 as well. I picked Nick Lentz to win the fight though, which like I said, my picks sucked for this fight. Nick Lentz was 23-3 going in, a great record. Unfortunately for him, he took a loss. Mark Bocek's been looking really, really good lately in the lightweight division. So big ups to Mark Bocek as he's looking dominant right now. We then got the bantamweight fight between Yiz Yaboin. I've never pronounced his name right, and Walel Watson. Yaboin got the split decision. It was a very, very close fight. I thought it was really solid. Uh, I had a weird score to this, man. I believe because let me think. No, I take that back. I gave it to Yves 30-27. Um, some people thought it was closer than that. It was a fun fight though, man. If you have not watched it, make sure you YouTube it. Great fight, man. Yves, your boy, your, like I said, I don't know. 17-7 is his record now. He's looking really solid. Dennis Hallman got the win over John McDessie pretty easily. He moves to 66-14. That was McDessie's first loss in the lightweight division, as you guys know. Hallman dominated the fight from the beginning to the end. Busted his face open and ended up getting the rear naked choke for the win. I'm really impressed with Dennis Hallman. I'm just glad he didn't do his speedo thing this time. I was definitely impressed with his ability as usual. You know what I'm saying? So looks like Hallman hopefully got back on good graces of Dana White. We'll see where that goes. Uh, Next up, we got the middleweight fight: Constantino Philippou and Jared Hammond. Constantino's moved to 9-2 with a huge knockout. 3 minutes into the fight over Jared Hammond. If you haven't seen this knockout, you gotta go check it out, man. It was amazing, man. Basically, Hammond just kept surviving and asking throughout the entire 3 minutes, but then eventually he got knocked the fuck out. Big win for Constantinos, who's looked real good in the UFC. He's 9-2. Big things for him in the middleweight division. I'd like to see him, with his reach. I think there's a lot of people in this division he can beat. I mean, he has an Anderson Silva type reach. He won't beat Anderson Silva, but that's not the point. Next up, the light heavyweight fight. Krzysztof Szynski got knocked the fuck out in 13 seconds by Igor I've never known how to pronounce his name either. Who moves on to 24-8. 13 seconds, Krzysztof's out of there. I picked Krzysztof, so once again I look like an ass. But it didn't last long. I kind of feel bad for Krzysztof. He's a good guy, but he's out of there. He took an ass whipping. Speaking of ass whippings, we got Mark Hominick, 7 seconds, losing to Chan Sun Jung. 7 second knockout, ties Todd Duffy with his win over Tim Hague, I believe it was. A lot of people think Bang Lugwood's got the quickest knockout. Who knows? But I'll tell you what, no one expected Mark Hominick to lose by knockout in 7 seconds. Uh, Sung Jung, he moves on to 12-3. He's definitely looking good right now. Korean Zombie, he knocked him the fuck out. Period. That's all I can really say. Hope Mark Hominick comes back strong. A lot of people tend to like him. Um, with that being the case, like I said, Jung's 12-3 now, so it'll be interesting to see where he goes from here, as well as Mr. Hominick. Next up, welterweight fight. We got Brian Ebersol getting the victory, the split decision victory over Claude Patrick. Brian Ebersol moves to 49-14, one win away from 50. A lot of Indiana guys here where I'm at, they're real happy. Brian Ebersol, he's done big things, man, and we're really impressed with him. So big ups to Brian Ebersol and everything he did. He did get the split decision. It was hard to score. I scored the first 2 rounds 10-10. I didn't know what to do. But I did score the fight 30-29 for Ebersol. That was my score. He ended up getting the win. Tito Ortiz came out in the light heavyweight fight ready to knock Nogueira out, little knockout. He came out swinging hard. I thought he was going to get the knockout, actually. Nogueira was hitting hard. Unfortunately, once he dropped Tito, Tito couldn't get up, and Tito was getting pounded on. And unfortunately for all of us Tito Ortiz fans, Tito's career may be over. Big ups to Tito Ortiz, man. He's done wonderful things in the sport. He's got a fan with me for life. I wish him and his family the very best. Tito Ortiz, one of the greatest of all time. Make sure he's got to be in the Hall of Fame. Heavyweight fight, man. Frank Mir breaks Minotauro Nogueira's arm. I'm shocked. It happened in 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Nogueira was beating his ass, and Frank Mir managed to just. His jiu-jitsu is amazing for somebody that big, and it's just crazy. First guy to ever submit Nogueira. First guy to ever knock out Nogueira. He knocked out, Crow Cop with a knee. Everybody knows I hate Frank Mir, but I'll tell you what, he earned my respect on this one. Another guy that earned my respect last night was John Jones. I'm not a John Jones fan, but he did beat Lyoto Machida by submission. A lot of people knocked John Jones for just dropping him and letting him fall on his face while he was unconscious. Listen, man, when you got somebody in the choke, the referee tells you to let it go, you let it go. If their body falls, their body falls. What is he supposed to do about it? Hold him up, hug him? What is he supposed to do? Seriously. Um, the one funny thing is now there's a video out that Greg Jackson, you can hear Greg Jackson telling John Jones to go check on him so he can earn more fans. Hilarious shit. John Jones is an asshole anyway, but he's the champ. I got him at number 2 pound for pound. I'm going to talk about that in my next video you guys may get later on tonight. I'm going to be posting nonstop all the time now to make sure y'all know I am back for real. But John Jones, big ups to John Jones, best light heavyweight in the world. I don't doubt that at all. I got him number 2 pound for pound behind Anderson Silva. He's just amazing. Before the record, Machida did win that first round. Anyone that says otherwise is a jerk off, period. They're just a dumbass. With that being said, there's a lot of ups and downs in UFC 140. I personally wasn't the biggest fan of the show, but like I said, all my favorite guys lost, and I think that has a lot to do with it. So big ups to everybody out there. Make sure y'all check out the MMAKingdom.com. Big ups to all my sponsors, MMAMadhouse.com. Make sure y'all check them out. MMA Fit Club, go check them out. I got them for days, man. And big ups to WhatYourFight.com. Once again, love everything you do. X Factor Radio, we're coming, baby. We're definitely coming. We back, and it's all going to happen. Everything I told y'all was going to happen before this bullshit ass, link stretch where I didn't have a computer. Everything that I told you guys was going to happen is going to happen. That's on everything. Y'all know I don't lie to you. King JB, keeping it real as always. UFC 140s. Yeah, fuck it. See y'all at 141. Let's go with the ring, baby. War ring. I'm out of here. King JB. Street Dreams Management. Y'all fighters need management? Holla at me.